Hi there. So in today's tutorial, so again, this is our test checkout, first name, email, first name, last name, email, and then this is where the new member would choose what membership they want to be added to, and of course the price will change on the level that they choose. Add their credit card, all this stuff. Now when they click submit, they're going to be added to the MemberPress level that they've chosen here. What we want to do is make sure that the welcome email gets sent to them. So if we go into this form, we can see that, and again, you can go here, this is test checkout, we're going to go to notifications. We can see that a default admin notification has been set up for us automatically by Gravity Form. So that just, it usually sends it to whatever the WordPress email, admin email is right here, and just says, hey, here's a new person that signed up, here's all the information you need about them. Now you can customize that if you want. I'm not going to do that right now. But please do that. It's always nice to know when you get a new sign up, right? Unless you just don't want that many. But I'm going to add a customer email. So again, we're going to just take the queue from the MemberPress email tab here, and we're just going to say, okay, welcome email. So we're going to want to do that. Let's grab this, and we'll go into this. We'll just call this welcome email, and I'm really just going to grab, their template. Control A. I'm going to go in here and then just stick it in here. Now I have a basic template. Now what you want to do is make sure that these are called merge tags basically, and these need to be replaced because these are unique to MemberPress, but they're not going to work for Gravity Forms. But we can easily replace them by just taking that out, going up to this little icon here, and finding the first name. Now I think that was first name, right? Yeah, so first name. Now we've got the equivalent for it in Gravity Form, so that should work. Now we look at login page here, and actually MemberPress has a nice little login page. If we go up to the page, let's actually go to the settings here, page here in your MemberPress settings, and you can see that you probably selected a login already, a login page. So we'll just copy this and let's see, I think it's just login at the end here. So let's just we'll just create a link. You can basically do you can say login here, you can put the link, you can do whatever you want. So if you put login, you can just highlight and put a link here. I'm just going to type it out, mysite.com/login. So that should work. And if I also want to, just to make sure it's linked when I send it out, I can always do that too. So that doubly make sure it works. Username, this is where I'm going to basically take that out. I'm going to put in their equivalent down here, which is user login. So whatever, if it's an email or a username, that'll get sent. Same, I'm just going to keep this the same password you set during sign up because that's exactly what WordPress likes to do. They don't like to send out passwords via email. They like to basically send out a link. So if your user gets locked out and they need to log in again, they can request a new email sent out with a link, and they have to go click on the link to reset their password. Then blog name, I think that needs to be replaced as well, so we'll just see if we can find the equivalent up here. It may not be on this one. Display name, doesn't look like they have that one, the site name here. Now you might be able to do that if you look in Gravity Forms documentation, but for now I'm just going to say the great team. I'm just going to replace that with the name of my company or whatever if I wanted that. Now I'm going to save this notification, and there we go. I have, I have to do one more thing. Who am I going to send this email to? I'm going to send it to the email of the customer who just registered. So in the form, remember we took their we took their email address. So whatever was entered into that field, well, that's where we're going to send that now. And when the form is submitted, now this is an important one because remember there are two types of ways to set up our plugin. One is internally, you can set it up for current members, which means they already have a WordPress username or a user account on your membership site or whatever. That's one way. The other way that most people use, the majority of people, they simultaneously register a new user and add them to a MemberPress level. And we go into that in another video. You can check that out. It's basically the setup video. When you purchase Gravity Press, it should come with the email confirmation, how to get to that video. But this is very important. Events in Gravity Forms are very important because if, let's say you have PayPal, the standard PayPal add-on for Gravity Forms set up, and that's how you're collecting money, well, what will happen is that this email, this welcome email, will be sent to your new member well, they'll be sent to whoever submitted this form, even if they didn't actually finish signing up. Even if they were sent to PayPal, as you know, PayPal works that, you'll have the payment, you'll click pay, and then the member or the person, the customer, will be sent to a different website, to PayPal, log into PayPal, approve the payment, and then they'll be sent back to your site. Well, if you have it set to form as submitted, then even before they get to PayPal, this email will go out, which is kind of confusing, right? So let's say they don't finish paying, but they get an email from you saying, hey, congratulations and welcome to the site. Well, that's not what you want. So you want to make sure this is payment completed. That way, you can be sure that only people who pay for your membership site or whatever will get the email. And this is, of course, not relevant if you're using this for all current members and you're not having them pay for anything. Okay, so let's do that, and then of course I forgot the subject, so I'm just going to grab that from this one. Welcome to and customize this to your liking. Welcome to the great site. So that's that. We should be able to save this. Now the other thing I want to show you real quick is there's a few more that I think are interesting and important. One is for those of you using subscription support for GravityPress. People have asked, well, how can I make sure that whenever a recurring payment goes out or gets completed, that my customer gets an email notifying them that thank you for your payment, or hey, by the way, I got your payment. Well, you can just do this as recurring payment successful, and this could either be to your customer or you. It's up to you. But again, we want to use this event and just say subscription canceled, subscription created, canceled, payment added, and payment failed. So here's a couple hints. If you want them to get an email after they've successfully paid their monthly dues, again, we're going to send this out to the same person. You can put from me, from your name. Then they're going to get something that says, thanks for your monthly payment. And then you can just say, hey, and then of course their first name. Just wanted to say thanks for your payment. And I think there may be a way to actually put that in there. I may be wrong about that. But what you can do is put the total, so you could just say, if you're pretty sure that this, this may be different for some of you, but if the payment is the same as when they first signed up, then you can probably just put the total in that, because it's probably going to be the same every month, right? So we just save that. Now let's say we want to have one that goes out when their credit card fails or when their PayPal fails. So we can just say failed payment. And then we can just say, again, hey, or payment failed, right? So the same idea here. And this is, again, when you have GravityPress set up with subscriptions using Gravity Forms, and you're keeping them in MemberPress based on a subscription that they set up with Gravity Forms. Hey, sorry, but your payment failed. Oops. Please reach out to us. Get this resolved. Now, the other thing you can probably do is, depending if you're using Stripe subscriptions or PayPal subscriptions, you may be able to go into Stripe directly and try the payment again, or PayPal, try it again. There's different rules. Sometimes after a few attempts, they'll just cancel the subscription altogether. If that's the case, you could always send them back to the original checkout form and have them do a new subscription. All right, so I'm going to save that one. The only other one I want to mention, though, is you could do this too with cancel. Let's say they go into their MemberPress account, and so they cancel their subscription through, again, the MemberPress account page. Our plugin will take that, and it will go through and tell Gravity Forms, hey, this person wants to cancel their subscription that was created with Gravity Forms. And so if you don't have one of these set up, they won't really get a confirmation, at least from your website. Now, sometimes with Stripe, depending on how you have your settings, once a cancellation occurs, they might get an email from like Stripe. They might get an email. Certainly, probably will get an email from PayPal confirming that their subscription was canceled. But who knows, right? So with Stripe, maybe or maybe not. PayPal usually. There's also Authorize.net and some other platforms out there. So if you want just to make sure, hey, or let's say you want to kind of sell them, try to get them to come back, and just say, hey, actually, let's create a new one here. We're sorry to see you go. So subscription canceled type thing. We're going to do this when it's canceled. And we're going to say something like, sorry to see you go. And maybe we put an upgrade offer. Hey, I see you canceled. Can I offer you half off if you resubscribe, and then send them to the checkout. You could send them to the checkout form, original checkout form, or a special one that you create to get them back with a coupon. You can set up a coupon code or something in Gravity Forms pretty easily. So you may have to get the coupon add-on here, which comes with most Gravity Forms subscriptions. All right, so that's an overview of some of the essential notifications you probably need to set up in order to replicate and make sure that emails are going out at different times for different events in a similar fashion to how they work in MemberPress or Wishlist Member. All right, so hopefully that helps. Let me know if you have any questions. You can always send us an email at our website, restraderapps.com, and just click on the support tab to get some help there. Thanks.